how then to produce this. The fourth concept is what I call, it's like the cherry on top. It's not always going to happen, but it can give a big punch to making your video that much better. And that concept is unexpected. When what you are getting across in your video, if it's current or not, but it's something that's important, it's giving them added value. They're entertained. And the way you do it totally catches them from left field, and they're like, whoa, I didn't expect that. Then you got all the ingredients to really make something go viral, which means people are going to be excited about watching it. They'll feel it was important. They'll feel they were enriched, and they'll say, I got to share this with everyone possible. All right, so those are the four basic concepts. 3, again, and not every video you sit down to make are going to have all 4. Some may only have 2, but you should at least have 2. Which 2 should you definitely have? Added value, that's key. You don't have added value, there's no reason for anyone to watch it. All right, and the second one is entertaining. That somehow it has some type of entertaining value that people are going to enjoy, even if it's horrible content that's not enjoyable, but in a sense enjoy sitting and watching that video from beginning to end. So those are the core. The third one you should try to incorporate, which I think you'll have a very easy time here in this course with what you're supposed to do, is current. Why should that be easy for you? Because almost every issue dealing with the Middle East and Israel is current, or in today's world affects everyone. Global jihad is running rampant around the world. You're at the epicenter of dealing with global jihad. Israel is on the front line of the world dealing with global jihad better than any other country can. Just last week, Israel got bashed by top generals in the Western world because we are too moral an army. That we've raised the standards too high. No other army can hold up to our standards. And this should make you already with your first idea of a video. Can you find how many video clips there are of CNN, MSNBC, and every single other mass media organization bashing Israel for our immoral activities in Gaza? We are an immoral country, we're an immoral army. And yet, just this week, the top army generals of the world, of the Western world, come out saying, we are too moral an army, that we've raised the standards too high. Guys, people love seeing hypocrisy. That's your first video. Make it so clear for people to understand and see the hypocrisy in their own politicians, their own journalists, their own mass media that constantly bashes Israel. The United Nations constantly bashing Israel on fabricated lies. And we have their own information to use to show their fabricated lies, which is the latest headline that we are too moral an army, raising the standards too high, that no Western army in the world can uphold like we are doing. So you're at the epicenter of the world of current. Every day, open the headlines. Every day there's an issue for you to tackle upon. And again, like I started this talk, the key, forget about the components I just spoke about, the 4 components. Current, added value, entertaining, and expected. The key to make a good video is you put your passion behind it. Alright? Jonathan tells you what to do, and you might make an okay video. But if you guys really feel the importance and really get into what the message is and you believe it and you want to scream it at the rooftops, then you have a good chance of making a good video. Because you put your heart and soul into identifying with the message, and you're going to make sure that that message is powerful. It might not be viral, but you have a better chance because you really put your heart and soul into the messaging and making it as entertaining as possible. Okay? So again, current, you guys are at the epicenter of current. It shouldn't be hard to find the headlines, the issues, the topics dealing with Israel, equal rights, human rights, to make a video every day. Okay? I'm not saying you should make a video every day. Anyone who succeeds in doing that, I want to hire you. But you'll have plenty of content, all right? And we'll always, I told Jonathan we'll be in touch about coming up with topics if necessary and working together on that. We said added value. Again, added value is just putting your heart and soul and making it something worth someone watching, entertaining. Now I'm going to go into an example. All right. The first viral video I ever made And believe it or not, I don't make many viral videos because I hardly make videos. And this is the video that got me to leave my management consulting career in New York and Tel Aviv and jump into media. Does anyone know, before I show the video, does anyone know when YouTube came into existence?
2006, right?
Okay. 2006. The first viral video I made was the summer of 2005. Now, how old are you guys? You 19, 20?
Yeah.
19, 20. Okay. 10 years ago, you guys were all 9 and 10. There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. There was no Snapchat. There was no Meerkat. There was no YouTube. The only way to send a video on... There were no video hosting websites on the internet in 2005. Okay? You guys grow up, there is a YouTube. You have where to go to watch videos, and they're 24/7 streaming. Beautiful. Summer 2005, the only way to watch a video on the internet is some website had a huge server that can handle video, and somehow you created a link and used the backend. It wasn't easy to put a video on the internet in 2005. Summer 2005, I made a video, and I knew that people had to see it, and the only way you had to send to people, again, no Facebook, no Twitter, nothing, was by email. You send an email to people. That's how you make a video go viral. I made this video. In 2 weeks, it had 50,000 views. The only way people got to see it is because they got the email. That's it. 50,000 views in 2 weeks. Now, if I would send that video out today, I put it on YouTube, I put it on Facebook, I send it out by Twitter, I don't know if it would get 50,000 today. Maybe in another month, and I'll touch upon that in a second. But today, it wouldn't get 50,000. But when I put it up, and I found a server, and I found a website, and then I sent it out on email, in 2 weeks it got 50,000, which was miraculous. And there was one reason. Because even without knowing it, I touched upon all of these concepts we're talking about, especially current. And this also is a very important video. All right, how's the sound?
Hold on.
All right? That's good. All right, this was sent out 10 years ago, and you guys tell me why it worked 10 years ago for 50,000 views in 2 weeks.
Simple.
If it works.
Simple.
Gotta love technology. Here we're streaming all across the world, but yet in the room. I have to get it. Come on. Shit.
Let's go for it. Just click the until the video. Just shift it.
Oh, it's this computer. Just give it a second. Sorry, I forgot. It's the computer. Just give it a second.
Okay, it's the computer. In the meantime, I will sing and dance.
You should sing it in a minute.
I think I might have been one of those 15,000.
What?
I remember this video.
From 10 years ago, you remember?
Yeah, I was a senior in high school, and very well night you were watching this.
Okay, yeah, so that's possible. Alright, I'll just give the background to this video since we're waiting. This is a video. Okay, we are coming up to the 10-year anniversary of the Gaza disengagement. Okay? At the time, I was working in Tel Aviv. I was a father of 2 children, and I used to travel 5.5 hours each day to work in Tel Aviv. And my wife was 7 months pregnant at the time with our 3rd child. And I went to and I was very against the Gaza disengagement. I believed that Israel leaving the Gaza Strip would be horrible for the security of Israel. I knew Hamas would take over. I knew rockets would fall from Gaza. I thought it was the worst thing. We protect Israel by being in the Gaza Strip. Israel is safer, but when we were in the Gaza Strip than it is today. So I left my job. I took a leave of absence without pay. Again, my wife's 7 months pregnant with our 3rd child. It wasn't the most opportune time to leave a job or leave my wife. But the future of the Jewish people and Israel was so important to me that I couldn't stand by and do nothing. So, and I snuck into the Gaza Strip, and I was there for the last 2 weeks before they were all removed from their homes. This is a video that I made of footage that I had when I was there in order to give across this. And again, I didn't even have a video camera. There were no smartphones with video recording capabilities 10 years ago. I didn't have the videos camera. I didn't plan on making a video. As we like to say, God just pushed me, one thing led to another, and I made this video, and I made a career change. Let's see if it works.